Welcome to the Nbvo Adaptive Rec Forum. We meet every second Thursday of the month at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Each month, your host, Kelly Reamer, will introduce a dynamic guest from the world of adaptive sports. So get ready, adjust your seat, mute your devices, and let's dive into something truly inspiring. Don't forget, tune in on the fourth Thursday of the month for Tech Talk Thursday by Reverend Wallace.
Hey, welcome to another event of the National Blinded Veterans Organization Incorporated. My name is David King, CEO of the National Blinded Veterans Organization, here to tell you and thank you for coming on and to tell you that this organization is invented and made and created just for you, veterans who are having difficulty with vision, and you are veterans. Everything that we bring here to you is for you. So we ask that you join us and come along with us and join the organization as much as possible. You can hit us up on Facebook. We have a link on Facebook that you can connect to these Zoom meetings that happen twice a month. Or you can go to our webpage, nbvo.org/inc, and you can be connected. I encourage you to continue to join us and bring others along with you. It is our pleasure to do that. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact any one of the board members that are present here today, which are Keith Helsley, Terry Helsley, myself, Ray Morales. So if you need to contact us, please be able to do so. Feel free to do so and let us know what you want to do and what you like to see and who you want to connect with. Tonight, we're going to bring you another one of our segments in the Nbvo INC, which is called the Adaptive Rec. And I am not the presenter, so I'm going to present to you right now the host who's going to bring you our guest speaker for tonight. So with that, anything being said, we ask that while the speakers are on, that you will mute your mic until Q&A time comes on. Appreciate it. Take it away, Kelly.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have Mr. Calvin Poole. He's a very interesting guy. He's got a lot going on. He does a lot of good stuff. So, like David said, make sure you mute yourself while he's talking so we don't interrupt him, and we'll let him tell about, and then we'll do some Q&A afterwards. So, all right, Mr. Calvin Poole, it's all you.
Oh, thank you all for allowing me this opportunity. Like I said, my name is Calvin Poole. I live here in Memphis, Tennessee. I am a blinded veteran. I've been a member of the Blinded Veterans Association since about 2013, I believe. I belong to the Tennessee Regional Group of the Blinded Veterans Association, where I am the president secretary. And that is one of my hats. The other hats that I often use is I do adaptive sports for the people in this tri-state area of northern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, and western Tennessee. And some of the Paralympic type sports that we provide are archery, bocce, bowling, cornhole, disc golf, goal ball, beep kickball, beep baseball, tandem cycling, and regular golf. Our home is located at 2146 Ball Road here in Memphis. It sits on about 46 acres of land, and every year we are trying to improve that facility. And one of the things that we try to offer to the veterans in this area is an opportunity to improve their adaptive sports skills by visiting our site. And we are trying to be that training mechanism for the people in this area that want to do Paralympic sports. You know, the VA has several different sporting events area, like the Winter Sports Clinic, Summer Sports Clinic. golden golden age games, tea time, and all that. So we try to get veterans ready to participate in those events. When I want to go back, I, I lost my sight in 2009 to glaucoma. And most of my life, I have been pretty much an avid sportsman. I love playing sports. I like competing. And when I lost my sight, I thought that that opportunity was gone. But when I went to blind rehab in Birmingham, a rec therapist by the name of Michelle Davis sat me down and told me, she said, Mr. Calvin, you don't have to quit playing sports. You just have to do it differently. And she introduced me to adaptive sports. So when I got home, I started searching the internet, trying to find some services in my area that provided those sports. I couldn't find anything. And about a year later, I ran into a group out of Nashville, Tennessee, called the Tennessee Association of Blind Athletes. That was Ricky Jones and his wife, Kristen. They kind of helped me get started in adaptive sports. So we worked together for about 2 or 3 years. And later, 2019, we decided to go a different way. And instead of just providing sports for people with vision impairment and legally blind, we decided to include all disabilities. So in 2019, myself and a few other people in the city started the Tri-State Adaptive Sports Association. And we are a 501c3 program. And we do, in the last few years, we have served in excess of 120 to 150 veterans, getting them ready for participate in different sports. Also, at the same time, we're teaching them life skills, how to, how to use their canes, how to be more mobile, and how to advocate for themselves. And that brings it up to the day. And right now, we added, just recently, we added a paddle sport called kayaking. We connected with Team River Run, and they gave us a chapter here in West Tennessee. So now we are doing kayaking every month. So that's pretty much everything that we're doing here. And I'd be glad to answer any questions or enter any kind of conversation. I would love to, like I told Ray when I talked to him earlier last week, I would love somehow if we could be that mechanism that brings all of the veterans together. We don't have to be joined financially together, but if you got a picnic table, maybe I can bring some bread. Somebody can bring the hot dogs. But now we got a picnic going on. So that's something interesting in. It's connected with anybody that provide like services and that's going to help our veterans improve their quality of life.
You opening up a question in there? Is that?
Yes, I'll be glad to take some questions, some answers, and how can we connect with each other? That's my main focus, is how can we work with each other and tear down some of these walls between us so we all can work together.
For the first question, I would like to ask Calvin, this is David King.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned the different sports that you have available, and we like that, the interactive with different sports. And
right.
So we would like to know more information, probably pertaining to how to register for these and when to register for them ahead of time so that we can start getting people signed up for those type of programs.
No problem. Right now, we do have a website, and the website is T as in Tom, A as in Apple, S as in Sierra, A as in Apple, Whiskey Echo Bravo.org, TASAweb.org. The site is right now is being, we're making some improvement to our site, but you still can go on to the site, and there's an application there if you want to join as a volunteer, or if you want to just leave a name and number and you're interested in participate some of our events, we'll contact you. But hopefully with this redoing of our website, there will be more information available as to how you can join us. But right now, you can join us at that website. And the office number for anybody that might want to call is 901-304-7440.
Yeah, we'll present that information on our videotape as
Okay.
as we put that up and make sure that's out there for anybody want to know that. Now, would you emphasize a little bit more about the sports, the details about how long it takes, what they'll be doing? Is it a week long? Is it a day long? What? Can you just kind of expound a little bit more on that with detail, please?
Well, yes. What we try to do is quarterly, we try to host an event. And in that event, we may, say, for instance, archery. For instance, archery is an event that the training we started this year was like a 6-week training program.
Okay.
And we actually went out and hired a quote professional archery instructor. And they came out the first week. They basically taught us about the safety of the equipment, how to adjust the bow, kind of safety type stuff. And this second, third week, we actually started to understand how to use the bow and that kind of thing. But we do have a list of programs that I'd be glad to send to you all. That's when we're doing stuff and that kind of stuff that are helping. And
Yeah, if you would keep that information involved with Ray, and Kelly,
right,
Kelly or
right.
Ray, each one of them would be able to record that information. Then
No,
we can
no,
kind of
yeah.
get a up forward
Well,
advance.
one of the things we're working with now is I know all of us, most of us are part of the Blind Veterans Association, but we are in District 2, which encompasses everything from Ohio to South Dakota. It's a lot of territory, but it's only right now, about 1,500 members. So in the past, the BVA used to have an annual convention every year, but we voted year before last just to have one every other year. So
Okay.
what we decided to do in District 2, and I think District 1 did one as well, we decided to have like a mini summit, and we want to invite all the people in District 2, and Memphis was chosen to host the first one. It's going to be during White Cane Awareness Week. That's October the 15th through the 18th. We're going to be here in Memphis. We're going to connect with some local companies, local people in the city, and we're going to be downtown at Tom Lee Park, and we're going to do kickball, bocce, some other adaptive sports, and we're going to do a walk for White Cane Day. So I would love to see as many people in District 2 as possible to come in and participate with us. And there is a website that's being developed, so you can go and register for the event. But all the information that I have that I think would be pertinent for pass some more information, I'll be glad to send it to Kelly so he'll have that information.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely send it to me and I'll get it out.
Okay. Because
Um,
I think Jenny Murphy is the president for the Heartland Regional Group.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so I talk to her all the time. So we're in the process of working on it right now, though. So it's in the
Yeah.
planning stages. Yeah.
I'm her treasurer. So,
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to ask you about your facility. You said you had 46 acres. Do you have like
It
beds,
no,
buildings?
we got buildings, no beds. The facility that we are housed in used back in the early part of the century. There, the Army had a depot there. They used to ship all their Army equipment, tanks and uniforms, all that stuff across the country. And at that time, the officers that was assigned to that area had a sports complex, and it had a 9-hole golf course, swimming pool, tennis court, and a main office building and in the back of the building where the Blinded Veterans Association is housed at. But yes, this sits on about 46 acres. We just recently, through some partnering with some community partners, redid that old tennis court. Now we have a brand new pickleball court, basketball court, and a bocce court. And we do have a 9-hole disc golf course there. And it sits, if you walk it, it's probably like a 5K, like 2.86 miles. We do have tandem cycles that we can ride inside the place. It's perfect location. There's just one entry to the place. There's no through traffic. There's no foot traffic. So it's very secure. It needs a lot of work. And we are working in the community trying to get it back up to acceptable standard. And it's coming along pretty good.
No bike trails, no biking.
Yeah, there is a bike trail that we can ride, like I said, ride our tandem bikes there. It's a closed facility, like I said. If you ride your bike, you won't have to worry about cars coming flying past you. It's a secure location. And like I said, there is a building there that has a conference room, a snack bar, a kitchen, a pool room that has a billiard table in it. We got a shoe shine stand where you go get your shoes shine.
Kelvin, I would go back to a question
Okay.
that was asked earlier about the facility.
Yes, sir.
And that is bedding. You kind of slid away from that a little bit.
No, I didn't slide away. I said there's no bedding.
Okay,
We don't have a facility for housing people overnight. If you want to have a camp out situation, we can put up some tents and have a camp out, but there's no physical beds at the facility.
What's the nearest location to be housed if you want to be?
The location is perfect. It's 3 miles from the airport. There's hotels around. There's the bus station. Everything is perfect location for it. It's hotels all around the place.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There McDonald's for you?
There's back
Hope
there.
not.
We like I said, we're right in the central part of the city, so you can go north, south, east, and west in about 5 minutes from that location.
Oh, am I unmuted?
Yes, you were.
Oh,
Okay. Did you answer your question about the bed first? I want to make sure that.
Yes, you
okay.
did well. You did well.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Ray. I'm sorry.
Ray.
Yes, sir.
Bathroom facilities.
Bathroom facilities.
Yes. Do you have enough?
There are restrooms at the place. Yes, we have enough restrooms. Yes.
And any shower facilities there?
No shower facilities, just restroom where you can, if you need to go avail yourself, you can do that, but there's no showers.
Okay.
What is your golf course like?
Is the actual golf course itself is in terrible condition, so that's why we converted over to a 9-hole disc golf course.
Okay.
Yeah, it would take millions of dollars to get that golf course back up to snuff. And if it's someone out there that's got some money that want to help me get it done, I'll be glad to do it. I'll tell you that.
Like an interesting project to work on because you got all that acre.
But what we did do though, as far as golfing itself, we did cut out a couple of nice greens. So people that want to go to Tea Time tournament this year, they can come up and do some driving, some long range driving, or you can put in chip around some greens. We got a couple of greens that you can do that at just for practice. And I do have some golf nets and that kind of thing. If you want to strike some balls, you can. It's a perfect practice facility. Yes, sir.
Do you need any equipment donated, like golf clubs or anything like that?
No, I actually, when we originally started, we got a basement full of golf clubs.
Okay.
At one time, we had a golf pro that would come down and actually retrofit the clubs, and we was giving away in the community. We still got a bunch of them. What we need more than anything is funding, so we can keep the place up and get it up to snuff.
We talked about connecting organizations together, which is a very interesting concept. We are all probably in the same category as blind veterans or part of UVA, and all have similarities and so forth. And I see no problem in interacting with other organizations to connect, because we're really relaying the same information around and around and around again. And so opportunities come forward out of all of these interventions as we connect closer together. More ideals are presented. More creativity is coming up. More money comes in. People come in and donate because they see that you're working on a unified effort to bring activity to veterans, as well as you said, disabled people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I would be willing to sit down with you, and we would love to work and talk with you about more of that. And if you had a platform in which we could do that, where we could open up general discussions and have ways of plotting and planning on how we want to interact and how we want to connect, I would be more than willing to do that.
Right. And I will be, like I said earlier, I will be glad to share all of our program development plans with you all. Right now, the one I'm working on now is going to be 18-month projection. I don't want to sit around wait for month to month, so we're trying to do an 18-month plan of what we want to do for the next 18 months.
I see.
So I've got that in writing right now, and it's being fine-tuned along with the website.
You could offer like horsefly fishing.
Yeah, there's a couple little lakes on the place, but I had
ride on a horse and go fly fishing, horse fly fishing.
Yeah, I've never done that, but that sounds interesting.
He's already creating right now.
Sit up higher on the horse, you can see the fish down further.
Yeah.
You show us how it's done. You give us a demonstration.
Yeah,
please.
Absolutely. Please give me a demonstration of that one. I like to be a part of that myself.
Catch some horse flies.
Yeah. But we do work real close with the community partners. The Army engineers is a part of it. They're working with us. The Vietnam War veterans, Paralyzed Veteran Association, American Legion Hall Post 27, all is a part of us working over that together.
And that's the unity right there. You pull in together right there. And why can't we be friends, as we would say in the old days? As warriors, why can't we be friends? So,
absolutely,
that's what we're working toward. It's a bigger picture when we say it in words and writing, but when we actually do it, it's a beautiful picture to be out above, because we're learning how to work together as a network of people, unified veterans together. So great work, Calvin.
Thank you. And like I said, we would love to be sometime have some friendly competitions. I know a lot of my question to everybody on the counter today is, how do we get the interest of the veterans 25 to 55? How can we get them on board? Because we're aging quite rapidly. And if we're going to sustain these programs that we have, we got to reach back and pull somebody in here. So how do we get them involved? Most of the questions I've asked to some of the younger guys, they're basically doing those virtual games. Like they get gaming computers and create basketball leagues and baseball leagues. That's how they competing. They're not very sociable. So, and most of them say, well, they coming home with 100% service connection. So what can we do for them? It's not what we could do for them. What can they do for us? They could help us sustain this program. So that's what I'm interested in as well. How do we connect with those younger veterans coming home with these different injuries?
One of the things I would suggest, and I'm just going to start out with just a brief suggestion, is education, first of all, and letting them know what it means to be in our predicament, not to pour pity on it. We just want you to know the realization of what's going on and how you can be eyes and help to us is how we interact with normality of people who can see. So I think education is one of the things, learning how to know the difference, parallels, and be sensitive to those who are in need and so forth, instead of walking away, ignoring, overlooking, and then learn later on in life, I shouldn't have done that and so forth. So I think pre-education, learning that is one thing, but how do you reach those young people in that age range from 25? I'm open for more suggestions on that too, and I would like to hear from other people in their ideas.
Hello, how you doing? What's up? Been a minute.
Hey, Harvey, that's you?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Harvey.
Hey, I just want to tell people I've been to Calvin's facility. It's definitely secluded. It's very nice. And they very accommodating. So, if it in October early, if you get a chance to go down to the facility, please do. I wanted to say I've had discussions about reaching out to younger veterans, and one of the things that I found out is most of the younger veterans get their care in the community. They don't go to the VA where we mostly go. So I always tell people, unless you post somebody up at every optometrist, eyeglass place in the country and ask them, are you a veteran? It's kind of hard to identify. Of course, some of them do get that equipment through the VA and stuff like that. But after that, they away. So the VA definitely can't give that information out. But that is one of the things that, I've had conversations with my visits like, well, we get some younger people. How can we get them involved? And like you say, they get their money and they go on about their business. At the, identify. Then we also need somebody, because I know when we went skiing at Stars and some of the younger blinded veterans, and I was asking them, like, why don't y'all get more involved? And they was like, there's nothing but a bunch of older people complaining about everything. So we definitely have to get somebody that is a bridge between the older people and the younger people that can sort of talk their language and relate to them when we do find them. You know what I'm saying? And just because a lot of the older veterans, they just want to be around people that age. They have, no interest. Oh, they 25 years old. Wait, I ain't got nothing to do with them. So there's a lot of education on both sides that need to happen.
Well, this is Keith Helsley. I don't know about other disabilities, but in the blindness arena, most blinded vets are older. I mean, you're talking 60 years old and older. The ones that are not are the ones that have been disabled in combat or some military accident. And there's not all that many of them comparatively. And I mean, that's one issue right there. But yeah, it would be helpful to have a bridge whenever to cross over when we do find them.
Yeah, one of the things that we kind of do here in this area is we try to make sure we have a good working relationship with our low vision department and the recreation department. So when those younger people do come through, we are beginning to get some younger people, and they are starting to get involved. But I try to stay in close contact with low vision, recreational therapy, and like Harvey said, posting somebody outside ophthalmology and optometry to catch them coming in and out of the place. So that's some of the things that we are doing.
I would suggest when we talk about connecting and bridging, I would think about the age that you are targeted. That would be a happy medium. They would be the ones that could relate to the younger ones as they come in, as well as relating to the ones as they're getting older with them.
Right, right.
That person probably be what we would say an average of 40 years old and are involved with low vision or some part of it, and know there are others that are comparatively where they're at and can help them and start bridging the gap that way, and then educate them about DVA, other platforms and organizations that helps those veterans who are have low vision, blinded, handicap, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there was an age group that we have to target it to bridge that gap. And
Okay.
I just don't know what that age group. What would you guys suggest? What age would you? I said 40, because the average age of veterans right now, as Keith said, is older, and I'm one of them older ones, and I ain't feeling too good about being, left out. So I don't
Yeah.
want to be left out. I want to
Right.
continue to share what I know with the people I know who are willing to receive what we're sharing with them. And I think Keith kind of centered on it at a point in time when they get to that point where they need more assistance or finding activity or get caught up in their disability, then they will be seeking opportunities that was already presented to them. So it's got to be presented to them beforehand, and to be aware and sensitive about that disability or those disabilities. Okay.
Right.
Passionate about those disabilities enough to feel there's something I can do. I can help. And little help is better than no help.
Right. And
But
this conversation we're having now is a great start. That's could be a starting point right now. So yeah, I agree.
okay. So I'd like to hear some. Anyone else have any? Dennis, you got any ideas?
Alexa, stop.
Is that Dennis is not on? Okay, who else is on the panel? We can ask questions. Thank you.
Well,
I'm gonna say something real quick.
Right.
And maybe this is sort of like with the BBA and the medical glasses, because for some reason they said, and they just made that announcement, what, 3 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
that they signed up over 4,000 new veterans. And I'm pretty sure some of them are probably going to be in the younger age. But then it's like, well, maybe maybe we can have Bravo or entice them with something, because I'm like, I just kind of figure out where all these people coming from in those 3 weeks. Now, on the back end, though, when we went from the $25 membership to free, our average age went up to like 68 to 72. So
Yeah.
with them 4,000 members, I guarantee when it's all said and done, the average age of the Blind Veterans Association is probably be close to 74 or 75. Now, one of the things that I hope they do, once get these members to sign up, and they send the list to the regional groups, and we make them calls, hopefully, what I'm saying, if we can find 2 or 3 members that's in their 20s or early 30s or even 40, and get them involved, then they can, spread the word forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? All what we heard is not so. Yeah, come check these guys out. But I mean, like I said, it works. It works both ends, though. We have to. I agree with what they told me. It's Steamboat Star. We have to start all this prime and vicaring amongst ourselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
To keep them there. Yeah.
What and Jeannie Murphy and myself is we just always have. She does a great job. She goes to Fort Riley at least once a year and set up a table for White Cane Day or Blind Veteran Day or something like that. get them, she goes to Fort Riley so she can, maybe talk to the younger people there, or, something like that. So if you had like a military base or your VA hospital, go set up a table and put some, BVA info out there, or Calvin Poole's info out there, or,
Right.
Nbvo info out there, and just talk to the people.
Well, I think that makes a lot of sense right there, Kelly. Just being uh, in the eye of people, or in the places where people are at, to inform and share with them information you already know, and things that would help them, to give them resources of information that they didn't even know they could get. Just camaraderie in certain places like White Cane Day. That's a great idea. I think the White Cane Day is a great start to connecting people about the awareness of blindness and so forth. And
Right.
that is a good centerpiece to work with. So that comes up every year around October. And you've already stated an event coming up in October in Memphis. So
Right.
that's a good way to camaraderie people that way and start that process. What we started tonight, continue to start that process of figuring out how we can connect and unify our platforms together with each other so that we can get more activities and involvement from other people.
Right. And
That,
what we
that
are, but also, and as well as White Cane Day, we try to do something. Veterans Day and National Blind Veterans Days always March the 28th. We always try to do something on that particular day in March. This year we did the archery training, but we try to pick those dates that's already been ratified and do something with those dates, and seem to be working pretty good for us.
It sounds like a good idea. It sounds like we just need to connect
Right.
everywhere else and start
Right.
getting going and using those platforms and events of time to do those every year, twice a year, 3 times a year, wherever it takes to
Right.
get that word across and to connect people. Great idea. I
Because
like that.
because I can truly say I'm a living witness as to how adaptive sports and being involved has drastically changed my life. I came from 240 pounds 2 years ago to a flat 200 now. And I feel so much better just being in the camaraderie that you build with friends like Harvard. I've been on Harvard. I like 13 years now, from go ball to everything else. And I just like to see the first time I went to the Golden Age games from Memphis, it was just me. This year we brought 28 people to the Golden Age games. Some people had been at the house in 2 or 3 years, and
Wow.
it was rewarding just to see them competing, and whether they lost or won, they was there, and they could see how much more your life can be enhanced by being involved, being active.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you started something tonight that is a growing phenomenon that we need to work on and grow together and keep that fire burning under that, keep that flame burning under that so that it
All right.
will grow and grow and grow. Just keep.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
So you are more than welcome to contact Kelly as well as myself, and we can talk more about these things and what we can do and how we can do and what's available and how we can connect with others. I thank you for that.
No problem. And I'll be glad, like I said, to share all the programs that we're doing here. I'll be glad to share with anybody. So as many people know about the program, the better it is. So we can get more people involved and get them from that sedentary lifestyle up and just moving and living, not waiting for the Grim Reaper to tap on the door and say, "Come home."
exactly.
I
Yeah.
can't sit around waiting for that. I can't do it, man. We got to stay busy. We got to see.
Yeah.
You sound, Calvin. You and Harvey. You guys probably the youngest people on the panel. You guys are probably. You sound very
I,
well. You sound
I don't.
very healthy.
I probably sound younger than I am. So
But you sound healthy. And
yeah,
Kelly, your
yeah,
your
yeah. So
testimony about how you was able to get
yeah,
active with sports. So
right,
that does encourage me to maybe
Right.
get a little bit more involved. I thought I was fitter than Harvey, but apparently he's more fit than me. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
All right. We have any more questions?
And I want to add, most recently I did go and get a service dog, and I do have a service dog now. His name is Othello, and this year was his first time he's been in a event like the Golden Ace game. He did pretty good. I got to work on some things with him, but he did pretty good, and it helped me a lot as far as my mobility, getting back and forth from place to place. Once you take in one spot, he always going back. He's great for that. So
good job. You got a service dog, not a
yeah,
CNI dog, a service dog.
yeah, service dog. He's a worker. Yeah, he's a good dog. Yeah.
Big difference. Big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, Calvin, thank you very much.
And thanks for inviting me. I enjoyed it so much. I look forward to working everybody far into the future.
And thank you for what you're doing for the veterans. Thank you.
Absolutely.
No problem. Yeah.
Kelly.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Thank you, Calvin. And like I said again, thank you for what you do.
No problem.
I'll definitely stay in contact with you. I'm very interested to get down there. So
if I start getting on your nerves, just tell me, because I will call you.
You won't bother me at all.
Okay, Kelly. All right.
You can call me anytime.
All right, Calvin.
How about I talk to you later?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
All right.
Thank you, Calvin.
All right.
Thank you all.
Everyone.
Thanks for inviting me, everybody. Everybody be safe.
Oh, you be safe, and we hope to have you come back again.
All right. Good night,
I'd
everybody.
like to interject one thing before we sign off.
So I'm sorry. Say that again. Go ahead,
I
Ray.
want to interject one thing before we sign off.
Okay.
Okay.
July the 23rd is going to be our Tech Talk Thursday, and our guest will be Steve Baskus, and he will be discussing his music and how he does his music. Seeing that he's blind, he plays the piano and he writes these songs, and so he will be explaining how he does it through technology.
What time on the 23rd?
Be the same time as this one was.
Okay, 6 o'clock. All right.
Yeah.
Calvin, bring some friends with you, okay?
Yeah.
I'll do my best. Okay.
And like I said, you're more than welcome to join us anytime you want, Calvin.
Yeah.
I appreciate the invitation. Thank you all so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thanks for inviting me. All right.
Thank you, Calvin. Appreciate
All
you,
right.
buddy.